This Honda CBR125 I know and love because I built it on the channel about 6 months ago, and I sold it to a local guy, and really unfortunately and very sadly for him, he had someone pull out on him, and he's gone into them at speed, and the bike, as you see, is absolutely destroyed. I feel so sorry for the guy. He paid me, you know, good money for it. It was a nice bike. It was rebuilt well, I thought, and it's completely destroyed. The engine is locked, so that's an issue. The engine doesn't run. The exhaust is battered, and this whole front is absolutely destroyed. Front wheel is snapped. I mean, in all honesty, the guy is lucky to be alive. Like, I'm super glad that he's okay. But yeah, I feel so sorry for him. I am gonna see if I can get it going for him and see if I can fix it, but at the moment I'm just taking it back from him, and I'll see what I can do with it, but it doesn't look great. Anyway, this is a warning to you guys. Drive safe, drive slow. I rebuilt this bike before, and I realised it was the first bike I ever rebuilt on YouTube. Check out the link below in the description. That was a cool one. I did it in portrait on my iPhone. That's how old school I was. I've come a long way. Well, not really. When I press the starter button, you can hear a click, and I've already bypassed the starter relay by jumping those 2 points, and nothing happens. And I think what's happened is this bike's had a really heavy impact, and I think what's happened is that it's pushed or it's dented in the starter motor. So I think the starter motor's probably shot. So I'm going to change it and see if this bike will turn over. I've removed the starter motor, and there's a big dent right there, and it will not turn at all. So I'm pretty sure this is my problem, and I'm going to put a new one on. The front is so heavily damaged that I'm not going to try and save any of it, and because the top yoke is snapped, I think I'm just going to undo this and remove the top yoke, drop the bottom yoke through, and then remove everything in one go. The top yoke is sort of off, and now I just need to disconnect anything that goes from the front to the back. So disconnecting the clocks. And I don't think it's going to be easy. Oh, okay, that looked good. Done. And that is what a destroyed CBR125 front end looks like. Absolutely amazing. Wow! And it's damn heavy. And that is going straight to the scrapyard. I have got a new front end, a set of forks, and I'll paint these if I'm going to build this bike, but I just want to do a test fit and just see how it feels. See if they'll go in, and down there's the old bearings, which unfortunately have fallen on the floor. Let's just put them in for right now. I mean, it doesn't feel terrible, to be honest. So I'm going to build this bike. I found some better forks at my storage, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my sandpaper. I'll spare your ears. You get the idea. I've shown this before. I'm just going to give these a scuff down, wipe them with white spirit, and then I'll spray them black. To fix the starter motor issue, I've gone to the store and got this, and it's an old CBR125 engine somewhere in there. In fact, it's here. There's a starter motor, so let's dig this out, see if it works, throw it on the bike. I'm not going to take this out of the box, I'm just going to go for it. This starter motor is in such a state that I need to at least attempt to make it a bit cleaner before I put it on the bike. So I've got my gunk degreaser and I'm going to give it a bit of a scrub and just see if I can make a bit of a difference on it. I don't want to let the guy down, I want to give him a nice clean working bike, even though I have to say he's not taking the best care of it, all things considered, but hey. That's the old starter motor, and this nut is really badly rusted and I can't get it off. Also, this engine mount nut is totally rusted. Who knows what the guy's been doing, but it's rusty out. So I'm going to cut those off, and to keep my camera safe, I'm going to put it way over here. I'll zoom in. And let's film. Let's cut this sucker apart. So, first of all, starter motor. It's about to tip it down with rain, but I want to see if this Honda CBR will start before I do much else. And it's turned on. The guy lost the keys in the crash, but the ignition was left on. So I just have to connect the positive. So the bike is now on. Buzz up, let's press the starter. Oh! We're running Honda CBR125. This bike is really starting to pull together. I've put the exhaust on now, the foot hanger is on, the radiator and all those bits are tidied up, so it's looking good. The last thing really is to put this front end together. It was all smashed up in the crash, but luckily I have a solution. This is another Honda CBR125 2009, and I'm going to pinch some parts off it. So there's some clocks there. We have got a front mudguard, clocks bracket that I'm going to take off, and over here we've got the headlight. There's the headlight and the headlight frame, so I'm going to put all of those on the bike after respraying them black. You can see there I've painted most of this front nose cone in black, and I'll do just a little bit of the mudguard on camera. So this Honda CBR125 is finished. There's a few more things that I will tidy up off camera, but it's turned out pretty well. The colour match is quite good on the front with the black. It's a bit hard to see in the rain, but that's a nice colour match. And I'm really surprised it turned out this well. The bike was destroyed, it really was, and it's turned out nicely. So I've just spoken with the previous owner. He came around to have a look and he's happy with it. He's going to take it as it is, and he will look out for some new side fairings and the bits that it needs to just finish it off. So that's going to do it for this video. Thanks for watching. Please hit subscribe and look out for more videos coming soon.